Lorenzo Casati taking on Zach Adams in the first heat of the semi-finals. Lorenzo Casati from Italy, former king as well in 2022, as you just mentioned there, Colin. Taking on, even younger, 16 years old, Zach Adams from the US. Phenomenal riding, what a performance, what an energy, what a style, what a height. These guys have got it all, but who's your favorite for this heat?
Definitely Lorenzo Casati. He does have the lead as far as stats are concerned from round number 3. But Zach Adams had the commanding stats from round 1. So who knows if the wind picks up a little bit more, maybe drops, who adapts the best to these conditions. But Casati does have the experience on his hand. But Zach does seem to have the throwing the hammer down factor. So anything's on the go. As there goes the buzzer.
Is he opening up with a trick to the inside there, perhaps, Lorenzo Casati? He can feel the flat water there. Or is it Zach Adams speeding out, looking for his opening trick in this semi-final heat, finding a kicker, diving forward, but no, not connecting the way he hoped for.
A lot of times right there where he kicked off, the wind can give a bit of a lull. You can actually see the wind lulling a little bit there. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the first semi-final of the 2024 Red Bull King of the Air, coming to you live from the beautiful city of Cape Town, Kite Beach, the kite surfing mecca, as we see Lorenzo.
Couldn't take a big wave, could he? That is a sign the wind's slightly down. The big wave starting to suck the energy, and it's a moment to reflect on just how good a season that Lorenzo Casati has had. 5 out of the 5 events he's been in 2024, he has made the final, winning the qualifying Tarifa, Cold Hawaii winning, Lords of Tramway, a bit of a slip at the start of the season for him, a slip 4th place, Gran Canaria 2nd, and GK Brazil 2nd as well. So this man is definitely the most form rider of any rider here at this competition. But he's got Zach Adams, who just has no fear, no worries to contend with here. But this looks like a tricky bit of wind coming into this
heat. It is, and again, who can adapt the best of these conditions? But ladies and gentlemen, look at this nail-biting result here. Andrea Principi edging out the Viking Geelvluchter. That's just the results from the previous heat. So Andrea will see himself through to his 3rd consecutive semi-final here at the Red Bull King of the Air. What a nail-biting heat that was, gents. Unbelievable.
I was expecting it to be a little bit closer, but the judges have done their work. They put their stamp and are moving on here in the semi-finals now, with Lorenzo Casati putting down a nice trick with a double back roll board off kite loop. And like you said, there is a little lull in the wind, which the riders have to navigate through. And if someone can make it work, it's these guys.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see a pit stop from one of these riders for maybe a 10. I've got the feeling they might be on 9s. I can't confirm that, but
what, the 10 on the beach?
10 on the beach.
There we go. Len 10 on the beach. But yeah, Zach Adams in the yellow vest from the United States, heading out towards Robben Island. He lifts his kite up. He's going to go for this one. Front rotation, double front rotation, contra loop, board spin, 3 rotations, 4 rotations on the way down. That's big.
Oh, it's a big one.
That's big. He's going to like it.
That was a fine line. He just managed to pull that together there. Many rotations. Nice contra loop there for Zach Adams. It's going to be a proper score for him.
Yeah, we've missed Lorenzo's first trick, I think. Oh, no, we haven't, I don't think.
And there he goes. Lorenzo taking off into a nice doobie loop board off.
Oh, I love that late back rotation after,
front,
like, kind of just after the loop,
Right at the end, they just sort of wait and then go in head first, almost like a front flip.
Yeah, momentum. So, oh, wow. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, first semi-final. Quick replay here as we see Zach, right foot forward, coming in up, front rotation, pulling on his backhand, mega loop, board spin, 3 front rotations. He'll be happy with that, adding to his impression
Interesting for me there is he's taking the board off on the 2nd front rotation, not before.
Yeah. Very good observation. Ladies and gentlemen, also timing of these board offs. The judges want to see you take the board off as you loop the kite. Is Zach going to show us again how it's done?
2, no, not getting the board off on this one.
Wind tricky. Wind very tricky at the moment. But again, the overall king, the one who can adapt the most, is the one who's going to rise to the top of the podium at the end of the day. Lorenzo stalling on the loop. Mega loop, late back roll, holding the board by the fins, boys.
And Lorenzo has done it before. He knows what it takes to keep composed, to ride strategically, and to land all your tricks in the semi-finals in order to make it to the final. One of these guys will be sent home, and one of them will be able to battle for the crown. And this is Lorenzo Casati connecting with a massive kicker out the back.
That is phenomenal there from our 2022 king and last year's podium finisher, Casati. Oh, wow, with 4 minutes left in this heat.
I hope that cameraman's wearing sunglasses.
He's going to need it.
Now he gyms.
Oh, here comes Zach, right foot forward. He doesn't have the speed to look like he's setting up for anything, but look at that shot there of the Mother City. The wind coming from the left-hand side of your screen, providing the ideal conditions for the world's most prestigious big air event. Here's a replay of Zach. Double back rotation, board spin, another rotation. That's going to score big. Currently in second. It'll be interesting to see the score that drops for that. Take a look at the lines, you viewers. When you look at the angle of the lines, it kind of gives you an indication of how low these riders are looping the kites. But Casati dropping a 7-pointer there already here in the semis. Oh, and Zach
couldn't get up there.
Out.
He just couldn't get up there that time then. So, like, to remind you, 7:05, here we are in the semi-finals of the Red Bull King of the Air. Welcome to you. Where have you been if you have just joined us? It's been unbelievable, fast-paced action here. The heat's lowered to 8 minutes, 2-minute breaks. I don't think I've seen such quick action on my screens. It's been a wonderful journey through the afternoon here on the last day as we see Lorenzo Casati looking to work a back rolls into his kite loop as well there, and he's happy about it, Ruben.
That's big.
Nice.
I believe that's going to score within the 7-point range. He removed that board, spun it throughout the middle of the loop of the kite. Zach Adams looking to respond.
What?
Oh, I like it.
Look at how inverted he went on that back roll, and then he flipped the board. And yeah, this is going to be a nice scoring move for Zach, if not for his impression score, because that was impressive.
Yeah, he stayed so calm there. He got locked backwards. It's not a position you find yourself in much, but it can happen. And he just, once you get a bit of pull in that kite, you always gain a 180, another spin, you know. Always think about those of you kiteboarders trying to fight against the rotation. If you just move the kite, it will give you that little extra pull. He waited so calmly there. He was backwards on. Wonderful riding from the young United States rider.
And the sun is setting here in Cape Town. The wind is still blowing. The waves are still rolling in. And thank you so much for bringing your energy to ramp these riders to the next level. And we have got some epic action in store for you coming right up. After this heat, we still have Luca Cerruti and Steinmüll and Mark Jacobs and Andrea Principi in order to battle for the final, just like Zach Adams is hungry to make it to the final. Landing this massive move. Oh, unfortunately crashing it.
He needed another foot there. It's starting to become difficult.
Look at the size of that wave, like flying there with the drone. You can just feel how big it is, how much the elements are moving. The wind is invisible for most of it. The riders can sometimes feel it or see it coming underwater. And unfortunately,
that's a good example there of Casati. Too much speed as he went up that ramp, and he just lost all tension in his kite lines, not allowing him to perform any maneuver. So he just had a recovery jump there, would put it. But both these riders now heading in right foot forward, back towards the beach. There's a great shot. Kite Beach, a kite surfing mecca of the world. And those of you who have tuned in, you can see exactly why, with less than a minute left in our first semi-final. In a couple of minutes, we will know who is our first finalist for this year's event. But here we go. Casati turning around a little bit earlier. He didn't come all the way back into the beach. Yeah, turning around. There we go. There's a big kicker heading out. Look at that swell.
It's all about timing. Is he going to get it?
Throws the hammer down off the top.
Nice.
Boogie loop board off, double front rotation, losing his board.
Yeah, he fought that one. He didn't quite get the take. That should probably be the end of it for him, but I think he's got enough in the bank here. It's been a real lesson here.
Zach Adams scores a 10 right now.
Oh, Zach needs a 7.94.
Double front roll. No, not connecting.
Nope, didn't get it. He's got precious time left.
Got to go right foot. Get the hammer down. Believe he can do. The wind looks like it's coming up a bit now. It's being blowing the waves off the top. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Cameraman's getting tired. Here he comes.
Good to keep in mind, Lewis. Sorry, man. The riders are able to see the clock. Oh, and Zach, it didn't. Nope.
How did he get another move in there? Come on. You can't body drag that fast. Come on.
After his first crash of the event, he had a flawless crash record up until now. Manages one on the buzzer. But crowds are building, and here are the highlights. Gents, semi-final number 1, done and dusted.
What an epic heat here again from Lorenzo Casati, one of the most fierce competitors on the field. Former Red Bull King of the Air champion 2022, showing why he is one of the event's favorites and getting some of the highest trick and heat scores. Taking on Zach Adams, young gun, 16 years old. Look at that performance, so steezy, so composed. So calm, so well-timed.
No, I couldn't agree more, Ruben. What a heat and what an iconic shot there for you viewers of the iconic Table Mountain. No tablecloth today, but with the wind that is blowing and the kickers that we have, some of the most perfect conditions we've had for this event. And there, no surprise, with a very convincing victory there. Lorenzo Casati sees himself through to his 3rd consecutive final.
Superb, Brian. But we've got to say, well done, Zach, for getting to this far, to the semi-final. There's a few riders putting United States on the map now.
Yep.
You're one of them. Congratulations getting to the semi-final, your first attempt. That's a 4th place finish here at the 2024 Red Bull King of the Air.